The reason I actually love and read romances is strictly for the hey, it's your girl Bri. Welcome back to me trying to vlog every day for the rest of 2026. Happy Monday. Happy end of June. I can't believe it's already like the second to the last day of June. Hopefully you had an amazing start to your week. Let me know in the comments how your Monday went. Was it like a normal Monday in which to say it's like meh, or is it like a good Monday? How did your week start? Let me know in the comments. Today, as you know, I did not go to work because I had jury duty and I spent all day there. It was good and like it was fine. Like jury duty, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, jury duty. I'm just like, whatever. It gives me a free day to sit somewhere and read and like get paid to read technically, because that's what I do. I'm not like the type who doom scrolls. I would be reading, which I did. So I had to get there at 8:30 a.m., which was earlier than I normally have to get to work. Although I do normally get to my office at 8:30, so it was about the same. So I got there, waited in line, went through security. It was fine. I actually got pulled in the first group of people they called out, like the first pool, and then they took us to a room and we met on a case. I didn't get picked, but we spent the whole day basically going through in that one courtroom, and then when I didn't get picked at the end of the day, they sent us back downstairs and said, hey, you have to come back tomorrow. So I have to be back there tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Love that for me. Actually, I don't really mind. Like I said, I spent the whole time in between, obviously, them giving us instructions, reading. And I read 2 books today. I know. I'm so excited. One of them is one that I got in my Harlequin box this month. It's called Her Undercover Protector by Kayla Perrin. I've actually never read from this author before, and I'm so bummed. As you can see, the cover is creased. It got creased in my bag, and I hate it. So I have to figure out what to do tomorrow because I do not want my books to get creased. So this one is apparently from the Steel Protection series. I don't know what that is, but it actually had 2 black main characters, love interests. The female and male character are black, and a lot of the other side characters are as well. I gave it a 3 on Goodreads. This book actually comes out in August. I'm pretty sure it comes out in September. I lied. It comes out in September. Yeah, I gave it a 3. And the spice was like, it was like, so there was a lot of moments, like will they won't they moments, but it wasn't like heavy on the yearning or anything. The chemistry was good. I say the spice was like 2. Truthfully, it was like 1. There was like 1 spicy scene, and it was like flowery, not like it was like flowery descriptions, not like the kind of books that I'm into reading nowadays. So I think spice was like a 2, and the actual book was like a 3, because I immediately knew who the bad guys were, and I knew what the motive was. It was like clearly obvious. And I actually got mad because at the end of the book, there was like one whole plot line that did not get resolved. And I think they left it to get resolved in whatever the next book is in the series. And I'm like, no. You're not going to do that to me. And I know who the person is for that plot line too. So now I have to read the other book to confirm that I'm right. Anyway, I gave it a 3. The second book that I read, actually I left my bookmark of the day in the book. The bookmark I chose to use today is this cat bookmark that says easily distracted by books. Look at this cat. It's so cute, right? Look at it. It's so cute. It looks like my Maddie. And then the second book that I read, and actually a couple people in there were, I guess, watching me read. Like, I showed up reading one book, and I'm not the type of person who, if I'm reading a romance or something, I'll hide the cover. Like, I do not care. There's no shame in my game. You can see exactly what I'm reading, and if I like it, I'll recommend it to you, dirty scenes and all. But so some people, I guess, were clocking me. They saw me read the first book, because I read that. I started that on the train, and I was reading it the whole morning, and then after lunch, I started this book, and they were like, wait, this one lady was like, wait, what happened to your other book? And I started laughing, and I was like, oh, I finished it already. She said, you finished your book? She said, when did you start it? I was like, oh, on the train on the way here. She was like, how long was your train ride? And I was like, I don't know, like 30 minutes. And then she was like, and you finished it before lunch? And I was like, yeah. And then she was like, and now you're reading another book and you're halfway done. I said, yeah. And she was like, how many books do you read a year? And I just went into my whole Goodreads like, oh, well, I'm a speed reader, and so I read a lot. I read basically almost all my free moments. I'm not doing other things. And my Goodreads goal this year is to read 365 books, one book for each day of the year. And she just looked at me like gobsmacked, like flabbergasted. She was just like, what? She was like, do you have kids? I was like, no, I have cats. And she started laughing. She was like, uh-huh. And I was like, well, I said, do you have kids? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, do you like to read? And she was like, when I can. And I was like, well, I mean, I am not the type of brain that really can listen to audiobooks, although I respect it. So I was telling her, like, a lot of my friends and people that I talk to swear by audiobooks. They're very busy people, so they don't have time to, like, sit and read. But they're, instead of, like, doom scrolling or listening to music, you could listen to an audiobook. And she was like, yeah, I should do that. I should look into that. I was like, literally almost any book that you want to read is an audiobook. Like, there's an option for it now. And she was like, oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was hard to get. And I was like, yeah, it used to be hard to get, but it's not hard to get anymore. I was fully selling like audiobooks and Audible to her. Like, and I hope she really looks into it, like, when she leaves, because I feel like that's an easy way, if you like to read, to get back into reading when you don't have free time, is to, like, listen to books, because you always have time, unless someone is literally having a conversation with you, to listen to a book, because you can just put your AirPod in or put your headphones on and listen while you walk, listen while you wash dishes, listen while you do almost anything. So I really feel like that's a great way to get into reading if you're super busy and you're just one of those people who wants to read, but you have no time to sit and do something. So anyway, long spiel over. But apparently she was very interested in my reading progress. So the second book, I know I haven't told you that whole story. I never told you my second book. The second book I read was The Spy and I by Tiana Smith. This got a 4 from me. This is the first book I read by her. Is the cover not so cute? I picked it strictly for the cover. I had this book on my radar, and actually when I went in my Goodreads to add it to my currently reading, I saw that I had it on my like, it's in my TBR, so it might even be in here. So if that comes up out of the gumball machine, then I'll read the sequel, because apparently there's a sequel to it. But The Spy and I is about a girl who is a hacker. Her name is Dove. She's a hacker, and she finds out that her sister, she's a white hat hacker, meaning she's like a good hacker. She's not like a dark web hacker. And she's in cybersecurity. She finds out that her sister is in the CIA. And the way she finds out is because someone mistakes her for her sister, and she almost gets pew-pewed and is saved by her sister's partner. Or is he? And his name is Mendez. And I thought this book was so funny. There were certain times in the courthouse that I literally started laughing. I was in the hallway. I would never read it in the courtroom, but in the hallway of the courthouse, I was laughing and people were looking at me. Because there were certain moments that what she said was so funny to me. The main character, Dove, was because she's like nerdy and kind of awkward, and she just makes so many like movie references and book references and TV references, and I know all of them, and I'm kind of the same way in that, like, I make a lot of TV movie references and book references, and I don't care whether or not people get them. Like, that's just how I relate to things, through media. So I was laughing a few times. A few times I was really laughing. So yeah, I gave this book a 4. And spice-wise, there really wasn't any spice. Like, they made out. That was it. So, like, spice, it was very tame. But there was a lot of, double entendres and stuff like that were really funny as well. It's very rom-com energy with action. It was really cute. And you know what's funny is I am so used to, and I feel like I don't know if I have this reputation. I don't know if I'm like on anyone's radar enough to have a reputation. But if you look at my Goodreads, most of the books that I read are like smut, like straight up, like straight up romance, but like dark romance, all the smexy time stuff. But I love, the reason that I read romance novels is not for that. It might my books that I've read list would beg to differ, but the reason I actually love and read romances is strictly for the happy ever after at the end and for the banter. Like, I love a book with banter. This book, I didn't even notice or care that they never like did the deed. Like, I could care less that they did the deed or not. I was so invested in their moments and their like laughing and banter. I love that. I eat that up. So truthfully, I will read a book, and even if there's no smexy times, I will still recommend the book. I won't recommend it to someone who I know wants that. But if you're just looking for like a good time, a good laugh, a good romance, 100%, it's so cute. So I read that, and then I'm trying to think. Oh, I give you an update on our Tamagotchi, who I think I'm gonna name Timothy, and not, funny enough, not after Timothy Chalamet, but I'm gonna name him Timothy after Tom Holland. And you're like, Tom Holland? How is that Timothy? It's because I'm getting the Tama from Tamagotchi, and then I don't want to just name him Tom, like Tom. I think Timothy is better. So does that make any sense? He's named after Tom Holland, okay? Not Timothy Chalamet. His name is Timothy, and I love him, but I don't like the way he looks right now. If you can see him, it would help if I didn't have that. I realize sometimes that I think I'm showing you stuff when I'm editing it. I'm like, you can't even see it. Can you see him like that? Oh, maybe that's better. Okay. This is Timothy. I don't like how he looks right now. Yesterday I said I didn't like how he looks because he had like the duck lips, but now he has a duck lips and he has a tail and he looks kind of like a, I don't like it. I don't like it. He looks like a, I don't like it. I'm not going to say what he looks like, but I don't like it. But I'll give you an update on his stats. He's going to go to bed soon because apparently he has a bedtime. He has not been I took him to court. I was so worried that if I left him here, he would die. So I took him to the courthouse in my bag. Luckily, like I said, I figured out how to turn the sound off, so he didn't make noise. But the whole time, every time I went through security in the courthouse, I was like, please don't see the Tamagotchi in my bag and laugh at me. Okay, so Timothy is 6 years old today. He's still 99 ounces. His discipline bar is halfway because I did have to yell at him a few times. And his hunger bar is full and his happy bar is full. So there is your update on Timothy. And he's going back to court with me tomorrow. Okay, last update before, I haven't had dinner. I need to do that. I also need to shower because the weather today was disgusting. It was 80 something degrees. It was so humid. Luckily, the courthouse was freezing cold. I loved every minute of it. But some people didn't like it and complained and they turned it down. But I was loving that crap because it was so hot outside. Then I did my workout. First workout that I shared with you yesterday of revisiting my time with the Size Shaun T workout program. So first day, crazy eights, 30, hold on, I can tell you. Oh, here it is. Okay. 34 minutes. I burned 363 calories. Not that it matters. My heart rate in between the moments was between 103 beats per minute and 186, which I know is very high. And I did walk up and down a hill to get to the courthouse today. So I've been working out. I've been doing stuff. I got 10,072 steps. So pretty good, I say. But this is actually, I'm sure I started this vlog and I'm still kind of am glistening because I'm covered in sweat from doing the workout. I just finished the workout and I wanted to come on here be sweaty so you could see that I actually did it and hold myself accountable as like proof that I did it. So yeah, I did my workout, which means we're going to end the vlog with our TBR gumball. We're back, baby. We earned this quarter. And you know what's funny? So remember I was saying that the rating system for that program is like backup dancer if you kind of just like phoned it in. What was it? Backup dancer. I don't remember what the things were, but then the last one was like Beyonce, like full on, like on stage star. That's not what they're calling it, but that's what I think of. I went full on Beyonce today. I was doing it, okay? And I don't know how I didn't die. Like, I haven't done that workout program in over 6 years. It's been a long time. And while I have lost weight recently, I feel like at the time that I did it last time, I was in better shape. Somehow, and I don't know how, I did the workout full out. I did pull back a little bit midway through and then ramped it up again at the end when I realized that, like, me doing it full out and then having to go to court tomorrow, be completely sore and crazy, and then have to do the workout again tomorrow. I was like, I don't want to sabotage myself. So I started full on. I pulled back in the middle, and then I ramped it up at the end to go full out again. So I'm hoping that that means tomorrow I will not be devastatingly sore. But I'm about to take a hot shower, so I'm hoping that that will fix the problem for me. So we earned this quarter. We're going to do our TBR gumball to end the vlog. And the quarter today is not a fancy one. It's a 1999 regular smuggler quarter. So we're going to do our TBR gumball. Get our book pick. Would it not be so funny if The Spy and I is a book pick? That would be crazy. If that's what I pulled, I'm not going to pull that. But if that's what I pulled, I would literally end this vlog and go play lottery right now. I don't waste my money on lottery because I know I'm never going to win. And you might be thinking, what do you mean? No, I'm not going to win. Like, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, I'm not going to win. No, really, I know I'm not going to win ever in this lifetime. I'm a realist when it comes to lottery. The book pick is, imagine, I actually scared myself just now. Because the first word on this paper is and the first word of the book is The Spy and I. And I said, there's no way. But the is also a very common book title. Okay, so The Cursed by Harper L. Woods. And I actually own that book and its sequel already. So that's good. I already own the book. I'll add it to my immediate physical TBR. And it's the copy I have is pretty. It has like painted edges and stuff. So I'll actually show you that tomorrow. I'm not going to get up and go get it now because I don't know if it's there or here. I'm pretty sure it's not here. I think it's across the room from me. So I'm going to end the vlog here and go take a very hot shower, like I said, and go try to hydrate myself and go try to eat something that's maybe high in protein to help me not be sore. I did do a stretch afterwards. It's like a cool down, but I'll still probably be sore. But yeah, I'm going to end the vlog here and go edit it and post it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will update you tomorrow after my second day of jury duty about whether I have to go back again or I can go back to work finally. But yeah, hopefully you had an amazing Monday. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.